Welcome to the final 9 of the United States Women's Disc Golf Championships. It's round 4. It's our 4th major of the year. This tournament is presented by Discraft. I'm Erika Stinchcomb.
I'm Madison Walker. We're your 2 hot geese.
Honk. We did it. We're here. It's a pretty tight race, though. A lot of drama. If you didn't watch the front 9, you weirdos, go check that out before watching the back 9. A lot of drama on the 9th hole. Kristin just gaining 2 strokes over both Henna and Own. Own finishing with 4 birdies in a row. Kristin, 2 birdies to get back to even.
Kristin's not necessarily playing the cleanest disc golf, but she's making it work. And I guess that's what matters out here. She's just continuing to get those pars even when she's way off the fairway.
Yeah. Some of the most amazing scrambling I've ever seen.
Definitely. Own, I think, is playing the purest golf out here. And it shows she has caught up and is in contention now. Hole 10, 632 feet. It's a par 5. Eagleable, but this tee shot can really make or break you. Look how close that out of bounds is on the left-hand side. And if you kick right, you're on a hill that's very difficult to recover from and get back into the fairway. Forehand is a great play if you're trying to get the eagle to the green. I love this little last element of the hill to get up and over the green. It really makes the hole just that much more difficult to make the par 5 warranted.
Own catching the main tree that you have to miss. Stay safe, though. I think forehand is a good play to be hyper aggressive, but I do think that backhand is
the ideal.
The ideal play. Just a super straight, nose down, low backhand, kind of like this.
Wow, that's so good.
It's a little right. Ooh, but it checks up.
Oh my goodness.
A couple feet to the left, and that would have been ideal. Hailey with a Halo Mako 3. It's fading towards OB. Kind of needs to hit something.
And it did, the ground.
Huh. Okay. The ground did it. That's kind of amazing, honestly. I think she's close.
Yeah.
I think she's pushing it.
Throwing the mid, I think, is what kept her safe there.
Yeah, I do. I personally like the mid play as well. Champion Rock 3 from Henna. Pulled a little to the right. She'll be able to work something over there.
You're honestly just pretty stoked to get past these 2 big trees and not kick left. That's just, once you get through there, it's a very straightforward and easy birdie.
Also, I mean, even landing where Own did, just being in bounds, you can still birdie it fairly easily because it's only 632 feet. This is a huge shot. Wow.
A lot of players have been doing this play where instead of cutting up where the drone flew, you go past the basket and kind of come back towards it. And I really like that play because it makes putting a lot easier.
And we've seen that as we've learned the course, we've seen that develop over these 4 rounds. Because, there's a lot of danger in going over that hillside, a lot of cut roll possibilities going up that hill early.
And you can see how those trees, well, that's a great shot from Own. That works great. But you can see how the trees look really thick and it looks like somewhere you don't want to mess with. But where Kristin landed, she's right in those trees and she has a wide open, fairly simple putt.
This is Hailey's 2nd shot. Isn't that crazy? I know we had 4 eagles day 1 and day 2. Yesterday, I feel like we didn't see any.
I think you're right.
Henna lays up her 3rd nicely.
Oh, yesterday was just Sarah Hokum.
Sarah Hokum. My apologies.
Kristin giving it a nice run for the eagle. If she checks up, she'll have a very simple birdie tap in. Hailey with another eagle bid.
Wide straddle here.
Ugh.
Yeah, splashes out right.
Heartbreaker.
She's been there all day, but not quite putting those putts in. They haven't been easy. Don't get me wrong.
Nope.
But she's been really dialed on the putting green the previous rounds. And Henna, not so dialed. Again, if you didn't watch the front 9, we just saw her miss a short one, and it just seems to be a matter of confidence at this point. Hailey with a disappointing birdie.
It's cool to have 3 eagle putts on this
Totally.
card.
And just because it's eagleable doesn't mean you see that many eagle attempts. Though you do see quite a few birdies. Did you already say how many, like the percentage of birdies?
29% of the field taking a birdie. Only one eagle from Allie Smith.
Nice.
36% of the field getting to circle 1 and over half the field getting to circle 2. But some of those circle 2 putts can be tough.
Kristin maintaining that 2-stroke lead over Own. Now 3 strokes over Henna. Hailey sitting back there at 5th. She's even on the round. Needs to find some green to move up. Evelina 5 down through 11. Solo 4th. Hole 11, par 4, 531 feet, has played as one of the easiest every day, the only hole with OB on both sides that ends kind of early. This is one of the one where power players have an absolute advantage. If you can get kind of to the woods line where the OB ends, it can make for a really simple birdie. A lot of women going to lay up a little bit shorter and more center cut and leave probably about, like 100 and we'll call it 85 foot approach shot, maybe a little bit more. Forehand is probably the safest play.
Yeah, anything where you push the out of bounds deep is going to be great. You just don't want to be pinched short and right. There's an out of bounds line over there, but even if you are on the safe side, it's almost impossible to access the green.
Hailey's been going huge here every day with her Star Wraith.
This is huge, but not as much turn.
Okay, so it's past the OB, but it can be a little rough over there. Nice big flex, though.
We love to see it.
You know what I really would like when the season ends? FPO arm wrestling contest.
Oh my God.
Right? Like, tell me that wouldn't be a good time.
Who would watch that? I would watch that.
I would watch it. Someone would definitely get injured. Someone would like rip some tendons trying to be the best. It would be me trying to be the best arm wrestler.
It would be me.
It would be pretty entertaining.
You guys know that all disc golfers are just hyper competitive.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, that would be dangerous and hilarious.
Yeah.
Kristin, just about as far right as you can go before it gets really difficult to access the green. But look at this nice little sidearm. Some tree love.
Yeah, super smooth and also fortunate. I mean, she was going to be within 20 feet no matter what, but wow. Henna, nice tight turnover, almost makes it. She's going to be just outside the circle for her birdie look.
This again played as the easiest hole of the day. 31% of the field taken a birdie.
If I remember right, I think it went 1, 2, 1, 1. Easiest. Math. Hailey lays up. It was I don't want to say crazy technical shot, but it's well done. Henna trying to give this, good look. It hits the band.
That was a nice confident bid. We haven't, again, seen the confidence from Henna on the green as much as we'd like to today.
Own
on the other hand. Oh, look at this gallery,
That's 6 in a row. We skipped the golden sombrero, which is what I like to call 5 in a row. I don't even know what 6 is. It's freaking fire. It's lightning.
I mean, she's just making everyone think. Everyone on the card right now, even if you're Kristin and you don't think about what your competitors are doing, 6 birdies in a row, you're I'm paying attention.
Have to think about it.
I'm paying attention.
Unreal, Own. I mean,
on some super technical holes too. That's just amazing.
It is amazing. And I mean, she's in solo second. She's behind only by 2. She is ahead of her next competitor by 2.
Did you see her telling that disc, you better get in there.
You better get in there.
Left.
6 in a row. When is the last time we've even seen that?
Yeah, we almost never do. Even on much more wide open and simple courses.
Leave it a note in the comments what you think 6 in a row should be called.
Yeah, we're out of ideas here. It's the end of the week.
It's late at night right now.
Even this hole 12 looks kind of hard right now. 300 feet wide open. Not much to worry about. Just don't turn it over right into the woods. If you do come up short, which is where a lot of people tend to miss, it's a death putt. So you do want to try to get something close. Better to be aggressive on the tee than to have to deal with being unaggressive.
Okay, trying to make it 7 here with her flippy yellow destroyer.
Oh my God, that's
freaking nuts.
This is great. Pushing that right side woods just enough. And the sneaky gap. We'll see what kind of putt she has to work with inside the circle. This played as the second easiest hole of the day, and you can see why.
Hailey, a little bit too hyzered here.
What a weird
I think, it's a mid-range. I think you have to give the mid-range that much height, and she is in circle 2, only about, 50 feet away? Just too much hyzer, I think. Henna with a champion Rock X3 getting inside the circle.
It's a downhill putt. You are looking at just a lot of airspace behind this basket. It drops off pretty significantly.
It's just crazy.
You know if Hailey's laying it up.
Yeah, there's a big drop off. And I did see, her heart can't take it.
Wow, I did the exact same thing today. Turned around and stabbed.
Yeah. I saw the first forehand tee shot I've seen, and it's easy to think, why isn't everyone doing forehands? And it's because if you fade off of that hill, it's steeper than it looks. You'll skip forever away.
I like to see Henna run that putt. It was confident. It just didn't hit anything.
There we go.
Kristin.
4 in a row for Kristin. We got 2 battling hawks on the card. Red-shouldered hawks. Owens is wearing a golden sombrero with lightning behind it, though. And now there's 7. I don't even know what to call that.
They're driving a semi-truck down the highways of America.
With the lightning. And if someone doesn't make artwork of that, I will be disappointed.
Henna clearly showing some frustration, and I do not blame her here. She's been in contention regularly this season, but
honestly, for years.
Yeah, for years. But she's finally gotten her putt really dialed, and it's just a bummer as soon as the pressure gets on what happens to your mental game. And yeah, it's nice to see her continuing to fight, but
Get ready for an electrifying fusion of disc golf and art. Disc Golf Strokes, a UPlay fundraiser that will creatively blow your mind, featuring some of the biggest names in professional disc golf. Each 6-foot canvas is up for auction along with the artist's smocks, disc brushes, and other exclusive disc golf items. Every dollar helps fund UPlay's educational events, and we're currently raising money for our trip to Uganda and Kenya, Africa this October. Disc Golf Strokes, where the thrill of the game meets the power of art to benefit the world.
Hole 13 is played as one of the hardest holes every single day. Par 4, 583 feet. You want to lay up short left before those logs. It's OB after that. Then it's a water carry back uphill. The OB line's pretty far off the water, so you want to make sure you cross. There's a casual mandatory relief area on the right. We haven't really seen that come into play. It is really tough to get this one in the circle for birdie. It's a really particular landing zone and pretty dangerous to land where Own is here. You can see how she rolls over those logs. She landed short enough where you would think that would be safe. So you see a lot of women lay up a little bit short of that, primary landing area and in the short grass above it. Kristin's been doing this forehand play every day. She's been a little bit pinched right on a few of the days, though generally is able to successfully go across.
That was, again, pinched pretty right.
A little bit pinched, yeah.
The eye roll is, what am I going to do today?
We'll see what that is over there. Pro Pig from Hailey here, also going to be little pinched, but inbounds.
This is one of those holes, we've said it every day, where you just wish you could have had a couple more practice rounds out here to really dial in that landing zone.
I just think it's a backhand all day.
It just doesn't look like one when you first walk up. So then when you haven't ever practiced it and you're supposed to just chuck it in the tournament, you wind up here.
Mm-hmm. Henna, I don't know. She's going to have to make a decision here. Kind of looks like a pitch-up decision.
Mm-hmm.
And this makes par very tough.
Mm-hmm.
How far do you think that is to the pin?
I would say 250 feet, but it is
uphill, narrow.
Very steep uphill with a low ceiling, a narrow gap, and the uphill sloping of the actual green.
And we've seen people, if you catch one of those early trees, you can bounce straight backwards into the water.
That was a really best case scenario thing. I know she wanted more on that. She will be in circle 2 for a putt with this pretty steep uphill look. But yeah, you have to like give it height and almost kind of cheat those low-hanging branches that you see to get there. Kristin trying that here.
Yeah. Wow. Did you know she was going to do that perfectly? Solid shot. She's a little disappointed that she catches that last tree. She's going to be just inside the circle for a birdie. Her 5th in a row. Unless she throws this in, her birdie streak coming to an end here. But what a freaking run. That's why she's my hero.
And a nice recovery, too, from going out of bounds off the tee. She's still putting for a par, which is really difficult to do when you go out of bounds off the tee.
Hailey's second easy mistake to make, throwing a little bit too low. Should be an easy par.
Being pinched over there makes it so difficult to throw any sort of worthwhile shot. You're just like worried about getting across more than anything.
Yeah, and I feel like you kind of have to do the run up.
Yep.
And it feels sketchy down there.
You can see this played as the second most difficult hole of the day. Henna giving it a bid just a little bit too high.
I think it's been in the top 3 most difficult every single day. Own for her par save. Oh. Catches band.
There were only 7 birdies today. Oh, I like that little caddy motion. Like, all right, we're going to let it go.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to move on.
And Kristin Tattar continuing to save her pars from really difficult situations. I mean, that's basically a birdie considering one of her shots is a pitch up of maybe 20 feet. Hailey in for par.
Just not quite finding enough fireworks today.
Yeah, I mean, solid round, just not enough to... She had quite a, I think, what, a 6-stroke deficit?
Yep.
Henna sliding a little bit farther back. Solo third still, but 6 strokes back of Kristin, who is just doing unbelievable things.
Yeah, scrambling like a true queen.
It's crazy that Own is 6 down with that bogey still. The best round we've seen is 6 down total. Yeah.
Hole 14, 547, plays a lot longer because of this big hill. A lot of tee shots are coming to rest short of the crest of that little mound area. Makes your run up kind of funny. It makes it very difficult to get to this green, but our lead card ladies have successfully managed to throw their drives over that hill, making it a pretty easy birdie.
Would you call it a hillock? Hillock?
Hillock?
Hillock? Is that how you say it?
Mound? I'm
You
not
said
sure.
mound. I've only seen it written. I've never attempted to say that word out loud before. I'm really glad I tried it now, so it's recorded for all time. This is a huge shot. Let's talk about this instead. Hailey King with a wraith, sending it over the mound or whatever we want to call it.
Making the camera guys dance. We love to see it.
Own burns that destroyer just a bit early. Really tough to birdie from there.
Yeah, she can't use her backhand on this, and that's ideally what you want to use.
I've seen some successful flex forehands, but it is a tight line. Henna with some great distance also gets way past the top of the hill.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. There's probably 3 holes where the elite distance players have a huge advantage, and this is maybe the biggest advantage.
Yep. You can see Own in a pretty classic landing area for people that come up short. Really anywhere on that hill, it's so difficult to get the nose angle and your footing right. Kristin not putting it out to the right enough. She'll be just outside the circle, maybe right on the edge for her birdie look.
Yeah, not a bad shot, but
she's not impressed.
Not super happy either. Henna with a standstill approach. She's so close.
It's so easy from there. Wow. Nice.
And that's probably a little shorter than she wants, considering, she's been having some putting difficulties, but still a fantastic shot. And Hailey even closer. What is this? What are we doing?
And kind of fluffing the shot.
Yeah. Huh.
Not fully focused. She's going to have some work to do for the birdie.
This is the more typical look as you go down the field, kind of a long circle 2 bid if you don't get to the top of the hill.
She almost cashes it.
Mm-hmm. Kristin for birdie from just inside.
She had some low-hanging branches in the way, and she comes up short on the cage. Another par.
She is.
Yeah, we've seen people deal with this one tiny tree the
Isn't that
last
funny?
2 days.
Yeah, it's been in the way a lot.
But nice birdie from Hailey. Finding some more green.
Henna just unable to get the momentum to turn in her direction. And I mean, you're right, Mad. Henna's putt has looked really strong and confident, and I think that's been kind of the difference maker all weekend. And once you miss 1 or 2, it's so hard to turn that around.
It's almost another skill that you have to dial in once you get your putt feeling normal.
Turning it around mentally, yeah.
Nice birdie from Hailey. And even though she's not quite stringing together as many as she would like, she's not making many mistakes either.
She's still 2 down.
Yep.
It's a solid round.
Look at own scorecard. Unbelievable.
Yeah. Hole 15, par 3, 333 feet. You are going about, 200 and we'll call it 70 feet before the gap, and then just trying to punch a turnover. We've seen some sidearm attempts, though none successful. I like kind of the straight pushing backhand that gets that late turn. Really difficult skill to master in disc golf. If you've been playing at all, you'll know that that's not easy, and this is the more typical result where it just kind of pushes straight and then fades out at the end. Still a good shot. Hailey will have a birdie attempt.
Yeah, you'll see a lot of people kind of yank it over too, trying to throw like a flex shot. But like Erika said, the best play here is just that late turning, gentle hyzer. Wow.
That's the first time we've seen this sidearm work. It does miss a couple of key trees, but Kristin gonna be less than 20 feet for a birdie.
That is such a tight little flex shot to have to hit.
Let's see, Own try to get there as well.
I mean, just using every bit of the fairway.
Yeah, it is a tighter flex than I think we initially thought. Seeing it now done successfully.
Oh, I'm so glad we get to have a follow flight here. Look, like literally
missing both sides by barely.
Yeah, it's so crazy to watch.
So good. Henna trying to flip this FD. Similar line to Hailey, just a little straight, a little fade at the end. Still fantastic. Yep. I mean, that's a great shot.
And if you have just the power to get there all the way straight, why would you not?
Yeah, totally.
That's another shot that's really difficult. Dead straight forever.
Oh, Hailey loved it.
Man.
Henna with another chance for birdie here. Oh, you just hate to see it.
Yeah, she's looking super jabby right now.
Just
the rhythm is gone.
Yeah. Hailey makes good on that comebacker for par. And I'm guessing this is the first time that the lead might feel somewhat comfortable to Kristin. Not that I feel like she's one of those people that never exactly know.
Yeah.
And she's just playing her own game and she's not worrying too much what other people are doing. But I wonder if she knows that now she has a few strokes and a little bit of breathing room with only 3 holes left to play.
I don't even think that she thinks about that at all. Like,
I don't think so either.
If her interviews are all accurate, I really think she has mastered the play-by-play, the being in the moment so much, and
I think
that's why
you're right.
Keeps working. Everything keeps working so well.
Yeah, 3 strokes with 3 holes to play. We can think about it.
Yeah,
we can think.
We're much more comfortable.
Yeah, we are all comfortable for her.
Hole 16, the last par 5 of the round at 887 feet. This is the longest one. You can lay up short of this gap. By layup, I mean a full distance drive, but some of our lead card competitors can get through the gap on their tee shot. Wherever you land, it doesn't really matter as long as you're able to blast your second shot as far as possible. Your third shot is somewhere in the nature of 200 to 350 feet to the green. There's perfect little barriers right and left to force you to throw a little bit more of a straight shot. Kristin, just trying to play super safe here. I don't know if that was intentional.
Too safe.
But yeah, keeping it low is okay, but she's going to have a lot more distance to get to that gap that you have to find on your second shot.
This is one of those times where we're going to say, oh, birdie's out of play, and then she's going to do it. So I'm not going to make a prediction here. Own also pretty low off the drive. Gets a little bit of a cut roll. Never quite gets the disc to flex back out.
The last couple days, we've had raging headwinds on this hole. Today, very calm. You can get super aggressive here. I love what Hailey's doing.
Wow. That was
the disc went away for a second.
Yeah, that was a star wraith. Hailey threw the right side of the gap, lined up really well for an easy birdie.
That was amazing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she really pushed that right side of the fairway. Henna going star destroyer. Hangs it too far to the right. Gets a kick. That's not a bad place to be. Own up first, going right side gap with her flippy destroyer. Lands pretty short.
The first backhand she's thrown in a little while.
And it hurts. Kristin, honestly, even a little bit farther than I thought.
Me too.
Though, oh, okay, she gets away with it. That's pretty lucky.
Living right.
Owen gives her a high five. Come on. I would say more people go through this left side gap than the right side. Henna annihilates this thing.
That is smoked.
It's literally melting with this amount of spin that was put on that.
Oh, just pushes the right side too, which is so sketchy.
Hailey on the other side, fully open look. Do you think she's thinking eagle?
It's a little bit.
It would be kind of unbelievable, but you know.
Yeah, it's a little. I mean, from that gap, let's see if they have it on the T side. No, I would guess it's probably about 475, maybe 500.
Mm-hmm. But it's downhill at the end.
It actually might be more like 550.
You think so?
Yeah,
okay.
it's far.
You're right.
But you know, Hailey can throw far.
Just let me dream.
Yeah, we'll dream.
Oh, lays up. Should be easy work for her par. Kristin's third. Straight laser beam, fading a little too much. Leaves it just outside the circle.
Yeah, she was probably in the nature of like 310.
Yeah, okay. Risky putt there. I'm guessing layup. Bet you $1.
Right here?
Yeah.
Oh, layup from Kristin.
Yeah.
No, I think she runs it.
Okay.
Henna with a really great approach shot to the bullseye.
And the bullseye for birdie.
And that's a nice one to be close on. This elevated basket is weirdly ominous with no lighthouse.
Just the double koozie.
Owen catching those guardian right side trees that so effectively block the hyzer.
Hailey just trying to control her speed on her approach. Is it just a couple feet shorter than you'd like, but solid shot. Owen just lays up for her bogey. And we're even. I don't owe you nothing.
All right. She knows where she's sitting. She's looking at scores. Or no, Silver probably does.
Silver
He's like,
probably says just lay up. All right. I bet you an ice cream that Kristin Tattar wins. You gonna take it? Take the bet?
I don't know. It's a hard one. I guess.
Really great putt from Hailey there. I mean, Owen just bogeyed.
Yeah. I feel like it's low-hanging fruit. We can do better on bets.
I just wanted you to fall for it because it just feels like she's got a pretty good lead now.
Henna finally adding some green to her scorecard with 3 really solid shots.
4 strokes with 2 holes to go.
Hailey Hailey going down for a mini before the disc is in the basket is just
Classic
so
Michael
steezy.
Johansson style.
Yeah. Evelina climbing up into, or holding on to her fourth place positioning, still 4 down.
Jessica Weiss in the clubhouse with a 6 down.
Wow.
Hole 17, super fun par 3, 328 feet. You can get there with a mid-range though. Like even I can get there with a mid-range. It plays very downhill. OB short and left, mandatory drop zone at nearly 60 feet if you miss. We haven't seen anyone make the drop zone putt. I don't know if you have all weekend. It's tough. You see a lot of mid-ranges. Anything from a flippy mid-range all the way to like an overstable fairway driver, just pick your poison here.
Hailey, getting a very fortunate break because that was cruising towards out of bounds. It's much tighter on the left-hand side of this island. A lot more room on the right.
Henna with her champion rock 3, fading a little.
Oh,
Okay,
my
okay,
gosh.
that's good.
There's just a
I
wall
think-
over there.
I think she probably would have been in bounds, but it was going to be close. Henna going to be just outside the circle. Kristin with the same fusion burst verdict we've seen for 3 rounds.
Wow.
Just going to park the thing.
Okay. All right.
Wow.
Let's just add another one.
Another birdie
Yeah.
or another major win? Let's see it again.
A follow flight. That's what I meant.
Oh, yeah. Couldn't be more perfect. That is gorgeous.
Just grazing the trees on the right side, which you have to do to get through this gap.
Yeah, I mean, the tree she nicked is literally in the middle of the gap. Own, destroyer. Nice.
Gosh. There are so few people who could do that.
I think just one. Henna up first, just outside the circle.
Looking
Leaves
for
it
some
short.
fireworks. Right line. Yeah, just a little short.
Hailey in for a nice, easy birdie. Looking really clean on the back half of this course. Own in for birdie as well. Kristin not giving an inch here, though. 1 to go. Four strokes separating Own from Kristin. I love it so much.
Oh, yes. I'm glad we get to watch it.
Hailey now 4 down with that birdie. She's tied now with Evelina, who is 6 down through 17.
Into that tie for fourth. And hole 18. What a finishing hole. 526. One of the hardest holes that we play all week long. One of the most difficult holes to birdie. Yep, it played as the most difficult hole today statistically. Your drive just has to push straight, but not too straight. You want it to hyzer right around that last pine tree. Your second shot, it's almost impossible to get to the green. It just the low-hanging tree branches, the angle of the shot, the way the green slopes. It's really difficult to get yourself even a putt. I think we had one person getting to circle 1 in regulation yesterday. So this is one of those holes that you really just want to make sure you get your par.
Hailey with a Metal Flake T-Bird. Is it T-Bird 3 or T-Bird? T-Bird 3, and that's a phenomenal drive. That's as good as you're ever going to do it.
That worked out
Kristin's
great.
St. Pro, I think she's in the relief.
Okay.
She's going to have to go from behind it.
Which is probably better.
Yeah, sure. Own with that flippy yellow destroyer. Just barely beats that last corner tree and is in a great spot.
Yeah, that's such a good drive.
It is.
That's perfect and so difficult to do.
And from there, I mean, it is feasible to get a putt, but you're correct. It's so hard to get into circle 1.
Henna pushing too far straight.
Whoa.
She's going to have some little tiny trees to contend with in the first wave. And then the second wave, there's a whole nother corner of very narrow gaps.
So it looks like Kristin did cross on the far side before going back into the relief area. So she gets to take it from the far side, and that's not bad.
She does what she can.
Yeah.
There's not much over there.
She's got some strokes to play with. Henna trying to cheat the corner here. There are gaps here, but they're all tiny, as you can see. She's going to be probably 100 feet tops away. Oh. Hailey challenging the high ceiling here on the forehand. Gets a little caught up.
And that's pretty typical. That's where most players are landing on their second shot. Actually 25% of the field got to circle 2. So like almost no one's even getting that far. Let's see where Own gets though. She's
25's a little better than it's been, I think, though.
Yep. Own almost getting the play. Wait, is she in circle 1?
That's close. Great shot, regardless.
That's so good.
Kristin's third standstill forehand through these little gaps. Man, it kind of looked like it was online for a second, didn't it?
And she's up on the top side too.
Oh, Own giving her a hug because she did it, man. Kristin Tattar sweeping the majors, making history in FPO.
And I mean, think about the pressure if you let that thought get to you. How is she
doesn't.
So good at not letting that thought get to her?
I mean, that's what separates her more than anything else from her competitors.
Her mental game is just unbelievable. Can you imagine having history on your shoulders?
No.
Straight up no.
Hailey lays up, putting together a really clean round at 4 down. I think, man, I can't remember. Does she get she's in 4th? What's math?
We'll find out. Third, yeah, a tie for 4th.
Yes,
Okay.
Let's get that birdie to finish. Solo second, girl.
Yeah, let's solidify.
And she's injured. Like, so much respect for Scoggins. I love her forever.
Grinding it out. That's just, it is unbelievable with an injury where she's having to throw all sidearms.
There we go.
Wow. Witnessing history is so cool. What a showing from Henna.
Yeah, she secures third place, solo third place, but yeah, kind of a rough one.
I can't wait to see what she does at Throw Pink and next season.
Yeah, totally.
I mean, she just looks more dialed in than we've ever seen her, and she's going to find herself in contention many times.
Ladies and gentlemen, your 2023 United States Women's Disc Golf FPO champion, Kristin Tattar.
Kristin, congratulations. You have done something that nobody else has ever done before. You've swept all of the majors and you won the European Championships this year. It almost feels like 5 majors. You did it. It's all done. We don't have to talk about it anymore. How do you feel?
It's amazing. I'm pretty sure I wrote down in one of my notebooks that I want to win all majors in 2023. And I can't believe it happened because the competition is so tight. These ladies are keeping me on my toes, so it's an incredible achievement, I feel like, that I've managed to pull off. It's amazing.
Well, I think it's easy to measure success by titles and wins, but when we zoom out and look at all these victories this season, what are you most proud of outside of just the title?
I'm just happy to experience it. And I mean, sometimes I can't even believe myself what I've achieved because it's really hard. These ladies can all play amazing golf. I don't feel like I'm like the best in any of the aspects, but somehow putting everything together, I've managed to win, and it feels so amazing, and I'm just so thankful I'm able to experience this and to have my family here as well. I don't even know what's the most special, but it's just the experience itself.
Well, you did it, Kristin. We're going to let you go celebrate with your family. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations again to Kristin Tattar, sweeping all of the majors in a year, making history. Pretty amazing. Scoggins going 8 down to get solo second place. Henna solo third.
Hot round of the weekend.
Yeah.
Course record.
Yep. Evelina gonna tie Hailey King for 4th place. What a great showing.
Yeah, I just don't even know what to say. It's so just crazy to see someone sweep all the majors, even in an MPO. Like, does that even happen?
I think we saw it once.
What? It's
from
just
Paul McBeth.
It's absolutely unbelievable, and she just does it with such grace. It's so awesome. Yeah, everyone doing a lot better today. The nice conditions really created some favorable lies for everybody. We're just really excited to play this awesome course. US Women's moves around every year, all year. So it was really cool to come to this North Carolina course and experience such a fun course.
Yeah, we all loved it. We'd love to come back. We hope you enjoyed it as much as we did.
Mad props to the North Carolina team, to all the volunteers that came out all weekend. Thanks to JomezPro again. And until next time, we got 2 more events of the season. So you guys better really enjoy it while it lasts.
Oh, don't make it sad.
All right, I'm Madison Walker.
I'm Erika Stinchcomb. We're the 2 Hot Geese.
Honk. Congrats, Kristin.